Hi everyone and welcome to How to Pray 10. I'm Paul, I'm the Children's Director at Upton Vale Baptist Church, and this is the last vlog in our series on how to pray. And I want to start this vlog by asking you a question, and that is, at what point in your life do you just go, no way God, there's no way God can do that? I know what the right answer is. The right answer, the Bible tells us, is that God can do anything. He's God. He created the whole world. But do we really believe this? Let's give you some examples. If I pray that God can help me find something I've lost, do I really think God can do that? And I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I go, yeah, 10, I think God can answer those prayers. And when I'm feeling down and I say, God, can you make me feel better? Can you help me in this situation? I'm scared, I'm lost, I'm lonely, whatever that is. Do I believe God can do that? Yeah, I do. I give that about 8. I'm fairly certain God can help me there. But then you start thinking about bigger questions. Do I think that God can heal our environment? Do I think God could stop coronavirus tomorrow? That we could all just go back to normal, that we'd just go because God has that power. And all of a sudden, I'm in that position when I go, no way, God. I might pray it, I might want to believe it, but do I really think that God has that power? It gets tough, doesn't it? So without further ado, we're going to carry on our story that we looked at last week. So Peter was in prison, if you remember, and last week we looked at his miraculous escape, how God helped him get out of prison when he was surrounded by 16 guards. Well, we're going to find out what happens next in Acts 12. Peter finally came to his senses. It's really true, he said. The Lord has sent his angel and saved me from Herod and from what the Jewish leaders had planned to do to me. When he realised this, he went to the home of Mary, the mother of John Mark, where many were gathered for prayer. He knocked at the door in the gate, and a servant girl named Rhoda came to open it. When she recognised Peter's voice, she was so overjoyed that instead of opening the door, she ran back inside and told everyone, Peter is standing at the door.
Fun Facts with Freddie! Hey everyone, it's Fun Facts Freddie, and I want to point out to you just how funny this story is. Did you spot it? I mean, Peter's escaped from prison. Everyone's after him, so he runs to the house to hide, and the door is opened by the servant. And what does she do? She's so surprised, she slams the door in Peter's face and leaves him on the pavement. That's really funny, isn't it? Poor Peter hangs around on the pavement while she goes and tells everyone he's there. Who'd have thought it?
Yeah, brilliant fun fact, Freddie. You're absolutely right. We forget sometimes that the Bible's full of all sorts of stories. There's scary stories, and there's fighty stories, and there's love stories, and there's also some funny stories in there. And this is one of them. Peter's escaped, like out of prison with 16 guards guarding him, and he got through all the streets, and then he gets to the house to finally get inside, and he gets left on the doorstep while the servant girl Rhoda goes back and tells them he's there. It's really funny. But let's see what happens next. You're out of your mind, the disciples said. When Rhoda insisted, they decided it must be his angel. Meanwhile, Peter continued knocking. When they finally opened the door and saw him, they were amazed. He motioned for them to quiet down and told them how the Lord had led him out of prison. Tell James and the other brothers what happened, he said, and then he went to another place. At dawn, there was a great commotion among the soldiers about what had happened to Peter.
Why? Why did the disciples not believe the servant? They prayed for Peter
think it's great that the Bible has real characters, real people who go through and behave in the same way as we do. And just as we were talking about at the beginning of this vlog with no way God moments in our lives, the disciples have one right here. And they're all the way through the Bible. You know, Moses meets God in a burning bush, but then later just goes, "No way, God, can you change Pharaoh's mind?" The Israelites get rescued from Egypt, but then when they get to the Red Sea, they go, "No way can God do anything about that." It's there all the way through the Bible, when we as human beings just don't realise how big and fantastic and powerful our God is. And the disciples here do exactly the same thing. They've prayed for Simon Peter to be released. And there he is standing on their doorstep and they just go, "No way, God. It must be his angel or something. There must be another explanation because there's no way that God could get him out past all those 16 guards." And then it's quite funny, I think, as well in the morning because the guards must wake up and just go, "Where's he gone?" You know, he was chained between two guards. There was people at all the doors. There was no way that Simon Peter could get out of there. And they were like, "No way, God," too. But I think they were no way, God in a different way. They were shocked and surprised and scared about how powerful and great God is. So, what can we learn from How to Pray 10 then, the last in our How to Pray vlog series? Well, I wonder if we can learn not to not pray big prayers, because the disciples prayed a big prayer. They said, "God, please release Simon Peter, please rescue him from prison." But once we've prayed those big prayers, let's not have so many no way God moments. Let's not be surprised when God goes into action in amazing ways. Let's not underestimate how great our God is. So, it's always great to try and remember these things in some way or other. And so we're going to remember what we've learned today in a challenge that I'm calling the No Way Challenge. Challenge
accepted.
So everyone, this is how my No Way Challenge works. I want you to show a skill and ability that you have that maybe others don't, that we're going to go, "No way," when you tell us what it is. So this is mine for you today. This is my Diablo. And my No Way Challenge is this. I'm going to make this Diablo hop over my leg, not once, not twice, but 10 times. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10! No way! So, that's my No Way Challenge. Maybe you can do something. Maybe you can touch your tongue to your nose. I definitely can't do that, so that'd be no way. I wouldn't believe you could do that. Whatever your talent, your challenge is, let me see those. Send your videos in to me at paul@uptonvale.org.uk. The No Way Challenge. Challenge
Accepted.
That's your challenge, the No Way Challenge. And I'd love to see you send your video clips in to me. This week, poor Sam Scoop, he didn't have anything to report. So I gave him weeks off on holiday, but he'll be back and raring to go next week. So don't forget to send me your clips in, your No Way Challenge clips, to paul@uptonvale.org.uk. That's the end of our How to Pray series. And what better way to end than to pray together? So let's do that now. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for all we've learned over these last 10 vlogs looking at how to pray, Lord. Help us to trust in you, to pray big prayers and not be surprised when you answer them. Amen. So, what's next? What are you going to tune in for next week? I hear you ask. Well, our next vlog series is going to be on the book of James. And James is a letter, funnily enough, written by a guy called James. And we're going to learn out who James is in our first vlog. But I hear you already going, "Paul, a boring letter? Really? We're going to look at someone else's letter?" Well, this letter is full of really fantastic things. One of them is, which is the most powerful muscle in your body? Is it your arm muscle? Is it your big leg muscles? Well, let me tell you, it's none of those things, and you're going to find out if you tune in to our vlogs on James starting from next week. But until then, it's bye from me. I hope you've enjoyed this series and you tune in for the next series. If you missed any, you can catch up on a YouTube channel, either the Upton Vale one or Paul Hines, or on our Upton Vale website. So please do that. Until I see you again next week, stay safe, have fun, and it's bye from me.